Akwaaba, my friends. Today we're gonna have a look at the website Digital Gate Open. I mean, I mentioned it in my last video that I want to talk about it in depth or like just briefly go over it in a separate video to not. I forgot the English word for that. Boom, the top 16 breakdown. But here we are. So, the Digital Gate Open, hosted by I think, as to my knowledge, one Dutch guy that has a lot of love for Digimon, and he has everything you want to have as a Digimon player. You know, you got decks, topping decks, tournament decks. You can search for decks, local resorts. You can look for cards, booster packs, starter decks, event packs. Like, just get all the information. You got articles, and you got your own deck builder. But we're gonna start at home. So here you can see, you know, just a quick introduction. You can find articles. You can find topping lists, you know, latest basic deck ideas. So if you want to get some brainstorming, you can find some, you know, fan-made decks, you know, local level play, like for example BT17 Agumon. His deck ideas. You can find the latest tournament results, which as of time of recording is the raid and trade video I just covered, and then also ride events. So here's pretty much a tracker of all the upcoming events. I'm not certain how up to speed it is, but considering that he's tracking not only Europe but the entire world, hence world events, I think it's fine. And then also local events, if there's a store tournament. I mean, everything that he basically puts up on the website is most of the time given by Limitless. So he scouts Limitless for any new events. He scouts just in general the web for any new events and tries to archive them on his website. So that's the homepage, but let's go to what most people are looking for in general: tournament results. Here you have an easy structure of, you know, sorted out by the format and the set format. So EX06 is the current format, at least for Europe, because of the delays. BT16, BT15, and then if you want to go and look for EX06, you can see tournaments that are hosted in that tournament, in that format. So, you know, the recent Ultimate Cup is there. Then we have an Ultimate Cup offline. Oh, okay, that's interesting. In North America, and then another one online, and then we have the recent Hannover regionals. And yeah, in that kind of vein, you can find then decks. If you saw my video, yeah, I mean, you saw the structure, but just to look at the armor vaccine list from Tim, you can see here there's the information regarding the deck itself, who is the author, who is the creator of the deck, what was the standing, when was the, you know, when was the event hold, and whatever. You can see there here basic breakdowns of the colors, the themas, and whatever, you know, what the usual deck builder provides you. You can here then click on modify and basically make your own version of the deck. You can just take this list, change the ratios. For example, you can do this, and then you can share it, you can export it. This was the wrong button, Jesus. You can import it and then export it. I cannot read. And you can also just delete your idea, but this basically takes you to the deck builder itself that you can find over here if you want to start from scratch. And if you want to find your card, for example, let's look for Patamon. It's gonna show me all the Patamons. If I want to search by a specific expansion, for example, BT16 Patamon, there we go. If I want to look for Patamon that has, for whatever reason, I don't know if a Patamon exists with blocker, but let's check. I reset it, don't mind me. Actually, I don't think there's a Patamon with the keyword blocker, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, you can just look at stage if you really want to. Level, type, color, effect. I'm not so sure if you can look for Now you can only look for names and not free search. But like, I mean, if people ask for it, I would assume we can implement that. But other than that, that was just in regards of decks. Then we have local results. Actually, in the same vein, just local tournaments that are documented online, where people post their results. I also post it here as an archive. And yeah, then basic decks for beginners, just to get going, just basic ideas to jump off. I mean, you can see all are by himself. So if you're a new player, you got a lot of ways to start the game and, you know, get a jumping off point. Here on the cards, I mean, I mentioned earlier, you can just look for specific cards. It's built into the deck better, but if you just want to look for example, Taka, I should have specified a bit more, but yeah, you find all the people that are named Taka. If I would know how Fenvilugamon would be spelled properly, I would look for him. And there we go. We see also all versions of the card. And he's not named Taka, he's named Take. There goes my problem. If you want to look at the card, there you see, you know, the card in full art, with all the information that you probably want to know. I mean, same for alt arts. And that is basically it for cards. If you want to go by boosters and see what a booster pack really wants to, what it includes, you can check for EXO7, because I guess that's more interesting. Here you have all the cards that, you know, are reviewed for EXO7, and then you can just look at it and see in detail, which I think it's quite handy. I will use it in the near future. You can also look at BT17. There we see the cards before sample, because as of right now EXO7 is not out. You can also see here the release date in exact time, which is, I think it's kind of handy. So we know EXO7 is going to release in like a month, and then BT18 / BT19 is going to release at the end of the year. I guess this is the same for starter decks. If you want to check out the starter decks, for example the upcoming starter decks with Liberators, you can do so here. We also have the alt arts listed in here from the trainings, which I think is pretty handy to know. And then we have the event packs, categorized under tournament packs and winner packs. I mean, winner packs are self-explanatory. You can have a look at the, not the recent one, I just noticed, but just in general what is included in the winner packs, but maybe he didn't have the time to update it. Then we have the participation pack. I can see he didn't have the time to update it yet. But if you are curious on, okay, hey, what is in the most recent pack, tournament pack included, you can also watch it here and just find it. And then I think what is really the bread and butter of this website is the articles. So he goes out of his time, out of his way to interview the players. You know, they talk probably, and they have you know, just a discussion, and then they have a quick article about the deck, about the player, what they like. And if you want to know more about the player, you can just read about it. I think it's pretty handy, pretty neat. There's also then the deck, and then just the deck choices explained in written form, which I think has a lot of value to just quickly research, because the video, like how I do it, it's like 30 minutes. And if you want to get a quick glimpse on what, you know, what the player is thinking about, that's, I think, the best way to do it, and I think it's pretty cool. So then the last thing of this website is the deck builder. I mean, I showed it earlier. You can just look for the cards and then find the results and then include them in your deck. And I think I covered everything. So yeah, as I mentioned at the start, as of right now, it's a one-man project. You know, it's a fan project, which that's why I mentioned I cut him some slack for not having the website up to date in like regards of the packs, because I think not a lot of people are gonna look forward to just check what kind of tournament packs are currently the golden standard. But I think in general it's a good website, and I mean the tournament was about yesterday. Yeah, no, not yesterday. For example, the Ultimate Cup was 2 days ago. It's already on the website with all the deck list, and the delay was probably just because of me, because I didn't provide it and he didn't get the chance to have it. So that's why I'm just giving him a quick shout out, and I have nothing more to add. I'm just again looking briefly over the website, not scripted, just a light-hearted video to just say thanks. Also because for myself, I have a lot of love for Digimon. If you cannot tell, this channel is catered around me, you know what I do, so that's why also there's gonna be Dragon Ball content and One Piece content. But I have a lot of love and respect for Digimon, and I appreciate every single person that is doing stuff for Digimon, whether it's content creation, coverage, whatever, streaming, casting, and that's why I also appreciate this website. And if you have the same, if you're thinking the same, I would appreciate if you show him some love. If you give me 1 second. Alright, we are back. Here is his Twitter. I just opened the link myself. Give me some slack, cap me some slack. I'm gonna follow him right now as we speak. But yeah, this is his Twitter where he also promotes his stuff and you know, get this article out, and you know, just he has a lot of love for Digimon. I have a lot of love for Digimon, so we are on common ground. So if you want to show him some love, follow him on Twitter. If you want to show me some love, follow me on Twitter, even though I'm not as active on Twitter. And with that said, I'm a peace out, head out, hoping to rest for this weekend and the rest of the week, and see you probably next week with ENTCG's top 16.